Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite tips and tricks video. Now today's video I feel like is really important. Personally, I feel like I've been a good player for a while, but the last couple of days I have been implementing some other things into my gameplay that have really taken me to what I feel like is my next level in this game. And I feel like this video I'll share some secrets and some tips and some stuff I've been implementing into my gameplay that can really help an average player go to great or good players get to that insane level in this game. And I feel like I've been playing so much better lately by, analyzing my own gameplays as well as improving. And I'm going to give you guys some of those secrets in today's video. If you guys could smack a like on this video, let's go for 725 likes. That'd be amazing if we could hit that. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I'd really appreciate it if you guys are new. Click that sub button, make a YouTube account, subscribe, because I upload tips and tricks, weekly challenges, news, like everything about Fortnite, and I'm really having a lot of fun. Thank you everyone for subscribing. It's just amazing to me how fast the channel is growing, and I truly appreciate it. Plus, one thing I want to say, this skin is awesome. This was, I think, my first or second, like this, every time I get a new skin, I feel like I go off with it off the start. But this was one of my early games with this skin. I really do like it. The back bling, I just rock it without the back bling. I don't know. I'm kind of iffy. Some back blings, I like them, some I don't. But that's not what we're talking about today. Now, basically, this gameplay is a 16 kill win. And ever since that first kill that I get where I rush into the building when I only have the AR, so for the rest of this gameplay, I get 15 more kills, well, 14 more now, but I get 15 kills basically after that first kill while only taking 44 damage in total. So that means that, in an average fight between those people, I'll be taking about 3 damage. And the keys of how I'm playing is to get 16 kills, especially out of Retail Row, not Tilted Towers, you have to be playing aggressive while also making sure you're not getting cracked or hurt and making sure that you can stay alive. Now, I really do feel like I've been playing a lot better recently. I'll show my stats up on the screen. These are my stats from yesterday. And as you guys can see, I played 14 solo matches. I won 9 of them with 133 kills, so almost 10 kills a game, and a 26.6 KD. Now, these stats are, I don't usually do this well. This is an insane day for me, but I really feel like, from implementing this, and I really have been focusing on my gameplay and trying to be, in my opinion, it's not about like being, I don't want to be the best. I mean, I'd love to be the best Fortnite player on PS4 and stuff like that, but I feel like as long as I'm upping my own gameplay is what matters to me, and I feel like that's what I want to help you guys do as well, improve. Like, it feels so good when, yesterday I had a very successful day on Fortnite. It felt amazing, and that's what I want to help you guys do. So anyway, this gameplay here, 16 kill win out of Retail Row. The only time Retail Row really is popping is when it's early on the battle bus, and that's why I was able to go there here and get a lot of different kills. But I think I've written down some keys of what I've done to improve my gameplay and stuff that I think that you guys can use to take it to the next level. Now, it is very hard to get a bunch of kills when landing outside of Tilted Towers. I've talked about in the past in my last video on my 20 plus kill gameplay, I talk about like Tilted Towers is the place you want to go if you want to get 20 plus kills, right? But it can be done moving from other areas. You have to play aggressive while also playing smart and covering your tracks, I guess you could say, right? So my first key is you want to isolate fights, and I feel like that's something I do well in this gameplay. You basically want the game to be a bunch of 1v1s in a row. You never want it to get too hot and hectic where you're in like a fight where 4 people are shooting at you from different angles. That's how I die a lot in solos in the past, or how I have died, is because I'll build up too early into the middle of the zone, then I'll get surrounded, one guy will be RPGing my base from one side, the other guy's trying to snipe me. You want to isolate fights and basically take it out like I do in this gameplay. I take out one guy, next guy tries to push, then I take him out. It's a series of 1v1 fights. That's what you want to make solos, and that's how you can be successful in solos. Now, one thing that I have really been focusing on in my gameplay is not allowing the enemy an opportunity at all to hit me. And what I mean by that is it's not about if the enemy hits you, if you get weak. I guess, a more beginner player or something, they'll be happy that they just won the gunfight. For a better player, they'll be happy if they won the gunfight and they didn't get damaged too much. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to win gunfights without even giving myself the opportunity to be hit at. And I feel like by doing that, it's something you guys can implement into your gameplay and improve, a lot at as well. And basically how I do that is I isolate fights. I never peek too long. This is something that I've changed. I used to like to peek a lot and play aggressive late game in my bases. Now I won't peek for more than a couple seconds spraying. I'll move around while I'm shooting instead of just standing still. And I also will make sure that if I'm you know, all my angles are covered. If I am standing still, I'm blocking off the sides. I'm blocking off everything. You basically have to make quick movements, and you want to make it so because in Fortnite you don't know where everyone's at, right? So an enemy could be shooting at you at any possible moment, and you want to make it so that if they are to shoot at you at any possible moment, it's most likely that they would miss, or that angles are covered and they don't, you know, even have an option at you. Now, next thing I've been doing, and of course building is key. Building is what, you know, a lot of people are good at aiming. Building is what can take you really to that next level. And one thing I've been focusing on in building is, of course, getting height advantage, winning build battles and stuff is a major key. I've talked about that millions and millions of times in the past. I feel that now that Builder Pro is so much commonplace, I don't know, it's common to see on console, and of course on PC it's very easy to build. So now that a lot of more people can build, you don't get the advantage of just being able to, you know, build a 1x1 or build a ramp wall. It doesn't give you a huge advantage in fights. I feel that at this point, you know, building still is super key and stuff like that, but if you want to take your game to the next level, it's something that I really never did before because it is kind of tricky to do on console. You need to focus on editing. And now I'm not talking about crazy edits like Tifu or Nick can do. I'm talking about edits where it's more like simple edits, but that you can do them fast. Now, one strategy I've been doing, which has really been helping me out, is every time I'm under pressure, first of all, you want to carry some sort of healing with you. I talked about this before. I think I talked about this in my last video. I prefer minis. They're the easiest to pop. You can hold up to 10 of them, and it's a quick 50 health every single time, 50 shield. Usually you'll be able to find bandages. If you find a 50 pot, you can pop it real quick. Carrying minis, I think, is the best just because of how many you can possibly carry. And every time you get under pressure, what I've been doing lately is building up and boxing myself in. Now, when you box yourself in, you can put yourself at a disadvantage certain times, but a lot of the times, basically, the enemy won't be able to find you, and you'll be sort of hidden. And the key with boxing yourself in, like I said, is to focus on editing. Now, personally, I'm not a very good editor at all, and, you know, a lot of people aren't on console. Most of the best editors and builders you're going to find on the PC because of, you know, it's easier to do on there because of your custom key bindings, the responsiveness of the mouse, a bunch of different stuff, right? But the edits that I'm talking about are just being able to, you know, pick out 4 squares in a wall and open the wall up. Pick out the bottom 3, make a doorway, make a roof to drop down. Just simple stuff. If you can do them quickly, and that's what I've been working on. It's not like I have to do some crazy making, you know, 3D staircases. I just have to do simple edits quickly, and that can really save you and give yourself the potential to play aggressive like I do in this gameplay while not getting shot at and not getting cracked. And I think that that's really where, of course, the game is evolving. Fortnite is still, in the battle royale sense of it, a very, very new game, and Builder Pro evolved the game. And I think the next thing you're going to be seeing is that people on console and everywhere are going to start to learn and start to edit very, very well. And like I said, everything about edits, people know how to do them. It's about the speed and efficiency that you can do them at. And the main edits you need to focus on are with walls and flats. Editing stairs, you don't really need to do mid-fight. That's more of like just changing around your base, and that is pretty easy to do. You can do that at your own pace, and that's basically how I do it. So those are some tips that I've implemented into my gameplay the past couple of days, and I have been seeing some really, really crazy results. Also, the thing is, I play aggressive, and I also, you know, certain times I'll sit in the base or stuff if, you know, if I'm on a live stream trying to get a win, but I like to play aggressive when I just play for fun, and I like to play aggressive with also making sure myself I don't get hit. And as you guys can see, that's basically my main thing, is making sure you're always walling yourself off and you always have materials. Now, you will have materials if you are playing aggressive and killing people, and once you do have materials, it's just about spamming them and not being worried about, you know, using too many. Quick peaks are 100% a major key. And those are the tips that I've been implementing. So for the rest of this gameplay, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the rest of the gameplay and analyze it. So as you guys can see here, 14 people left, 9 kills. I sort of rotated Retail over to Dusty, you know, just some normal rotations where I was able to pick up a couple of kills. And now this is heading into the late game. So what I'm at here is I'm at 150 health, and 150 health is usually a comfort zone. If you have any less than 150 health going into late game, you're probably in trouble. Right there, what I do is I switch my materials to the brick. The reason why I do that is not because I don't want to use the wood, it's because I have more of the bricks. So if I'm to kill an enemy and loot him, it's more likely that with the wood I would want to get everything to max, right? So just by using, you can only hold up to 999. So if you have 900 plus of something, you might as well use that so that when you kill a person, if they have a decent amount, it'll refresh you back up to 999. That's something that I do just to make sure that I always have, I have right now a couple thousand materials, which is definitely a major key. So as you guys can see here, I'm shooting while moving, which is actually possible with the scar, or like moving in between shots right there. Right here is another time where I get cracked for 15 damage, and this is what adds up. Earlier I got cracked for the 29 damage, and then the 15, that's like all the damage I took from the first kill. But right here I see another guy off the way, and basically, just simple build. I see this guy isn't really the best player. I peek low on stairs, which is another thing that I've been doing a lot more recently. People never expect it. They always expect you. The thing about double ramping is good because they don't know which ramp you're going to peek out at the top. But then when you peek out on the side, I did it earlier in this gameplay too with the hunting rifle for a quick snipe. People never expect that, and that's something that I think that even I would never, I would never expect that if someone's doing that. Definitely a key that I would give right there. So as you guys can see here, I have 200 health, and right here is basically where I'm getting damage in anytime I can. You always want to do that. It doesn't matter if you're going to be able to kill the person. You want to get the damage in for the fact that they might not have heals. They might have to slow down to heal, or they might not have heals as much as they had originally. So you want to hurt people before you go and engage them, like I did right there. I hit that guy with the big 70, and then I pull up on him with the tack. Now here comes in another fight. I previously damaged this guy, so I know I have an advantage. I build myself a base, quick peeks right there, and take him out. It just really is that simple if you have good weaponry, and making sure that you're not giving them the ability to hit you, and if you are, you're making it that they have to hit a hard and a tough shot to even get any damage onto you. Staying healthy while playing aggressive can be tough. Not every game goes as smoothly as this one. This was obviously a good gameplay, and that's why I'm showing it on the YouTube channel. Right here is where I get this gun is just insane. The Kobe machine. This is the grenade launcher, the noob tube, the Kobe machine, whatever you want to call it. I gotta say, when I made my best guns list, I said the Scar was the best gun, the gold Scar, and the gold noob tube was number 2. I'm probably switching that around. The gold grenade launcher is probably the best gun in the game. It's ridiculous, and the fact that you can just destroy people's bases like they're nothing as long as you're at a decent range to them, like you can see right here. This guy's building set up for late game. I'm playing aggressive late game because I know I have a lot of health, I have a lot of minis, and I'm like, screw this guy's base. I run over to it and I shoot him down so quickly, and then I'm able to build. He takes some fall damage there, and now I have the advantage spamming on him. Now you see how I don't stand still for too long. I make sure I get my shots in, but then I make sure that I'm always moving, just because standing there, even though this guy has no chance of shooting at me, the circle is kind of small. Anyone else could have a chance at shooting at me. What I do here is this guy does the right play. This is what I would have done too. I probably would have built up a little bit more, maybe not even because I have the grenade launcher. But you can see himself, he puts down a campfire and he's healing in there. You can see all the green stuff. So that makes me realize this guy is kind of a smart player. He's a pretty good player. He boxed himself in. He did the right play. So I decide, you know what? I have 50 grenade launchers. I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to hit that Kobe on the right angle right here. I'm always moving while I'm doing it because as you guys can, people might try to snipe me. People might try to take me out. And then the pressure of those, you really... I mean, I guess you technically can outbuild them because of turbo building, but if you just stutter for a split second, it's not going to work out. Now, 2 people left. You guys can see I'm still playing very, very aggressive instead of sitting back, and that's because I'm confident in my 1v1 abilities and abilities to win 1v1s, especially when I have this much health, and even if I do get hit, I do have the minis to get me to a decent amount to take out the 1v1. Now, the reason why I don't push this guy further is because of the zone. The zone is moving in. He's in pretty bad positioning. Notice how I'm moving in between, sort of shimmying in between those shots. I'm slow peeking this guy, ducking down when he comes to shoot at me. And then I realize, okay, the zone's going to pressure this guy. I'm going to run and build, and then I'm going to set up in the zone. And he's going to run. He's going to have to move right into my area. Hit him a couple more times, and at that point I realize once you get those white hit markers, you know for sure they're weak. And at this point, it's just, plan them out with the noob tubes, able to take that guy out. And when it's a 1v1 at the last time, you don't really want to run around too much because you don't want to take any chances. So I just build up, wait till I locate the guy, and then once I do locate him, I'm able to, get there he is right there. He's trying to RPG me, get a couple shots in, bail from the base, and sort of build over a little bit to get a better angle, and then eventually I just rush him when I realize I have better health than him. So that's what you want to do. It could be, sometimes running around in a 1v1, A lot of people at the 1v1 like to hide. They like to play in bushes, and it only takes one shot to kill you. Pump shotgun to the face or a sniper to the face. So you want to make sure that you're just locating the enemy before you try and do anything stupid. What I do here is I realize I already have this guy weak. He shoots me down, but it's all good. Pump, and I'm able to get the 16 kill win. So those are some things I've been implementing to my gameplay. I think they can really help all of you guys out, as well as basically what I was thinking towards the end of that game. I really do think that everyone can take their game to the next level. It's just focusing on mistakes. What are you doing wrong? How to correct that, and making sure you're always advancing your techniques and tactics, because other people in the game are as well. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Have a great night, and I'm out. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.